What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Sit Down with Your Manners track. And what I want to speak about today is the true essence of a man's power. Over the years, we've started looking for our power on the outside of ourselves, when in reality, the true essence, the true source of a man's power is within him. And it's nothing but his unapologetic and unfiltered expression of the truth that he holds within himself. That's all a man needs to do. That is his goal and his obligation at the same time in this lifetime. We need to realize that we're all dancers. We have a dance that has been given to ourselves and is within us. A dance that needs to be danced through us. A song, if you may, that needs to be sung by us. Yet, we're too afraid to let go and dance. We're too afraid to express our gifts and who we truly are because of our fear of being judged, our fear of being rejected, our fear of being this and fear of being that. All those fears create personality traits, stories in our heads, constructs, personality traits that are nothing but protection to something that does not need to be protected. And what's that something that does not need to be protected is our truth, who we are. There's no fragility to who you are because it does not depend on anything that has been created by the ego. It does not depend on anything in the object world. I would like to invite you to think of this metaphor. I've mentioned before that we are dancers, but over the years, we are dancers that have started wearing armor, heavier and heavier and heavier layers of armor. Armor is heavy, and we can probably argue that a dancer does not need armor to dance. To the contrary, armor is detrimental to a dancer's performance, to a dancer's freedom of movement. And that's what's happening. And not only that, we're not only stifled by this armor, but also we're starting to identify with it. We're starting to identify with the armor. So instead of dancers, we are becoming warriors that are fighting each other just because everyone else is doing it. It is the epitome and the manifestation of the concept of hurt before you're hurt. He's fighting a battle that cannot be won because there's nothing to gain. This is where the concept of power versus force by Dr. Hawkins comes into play. True power is the expression of ourself, our true self, what we came here to do, what we believe in, benefiting the world. And there's a unique place for everyone because everyone has a unique makeup of skills, abilities, character traits, and knowledge that is of benefit to this world. So a man, when he's in his true power, is only focusing on the expression of his truth. That is the only single outcome, which is the process itself. The process becomes the outcome. Because there is no outcome apart from focusing on expressing and on being, on living based on his values. There's no need for external acquisition of objects that will enhance his status in any possible way, because that is just a compensation of inner lack. The problem is that there cannot be no lack. There's just the perception of lack by the detachment from one's dance, from one's song, from one's truth, if you may. That's the force. Force is moving from expression to acquisition. Force, in the metaphor of the dancer becoming a warrior to fight with other ex-dancer warriors who have lost their essence of being. It's quite deep, but it's true, unfortunately. And only when a man has removed all filters, has recovered his true personality, that he can have true confidence. That's the only time when he can truly satisfy a woman. A dancer dancing his authentic dance is then inviting his partner to dance with him and follow him. But he needs to be in touch with what he's doing. Otherwise, there cannot be no dance. There can be no polarity. Because of our inability to dance our dance and therefore to satisfy our woman, we have sought pleasures, we have sought objects, status, everything to make up for that lack of something that cannot lack. We've protected something that does not need protection. And this has taken us far away from who we truly are. So, to sum up this video, what a man needs to do to recover his true power is to remove the false layer of who he thinks he is and get in touch and recover his true self. Only then he can express his truth. Only then he can set the necessary boundaries in his life, which will reduce the suffering. Only then he can state his truth, attracting what resonates. Because otherwise, there's eternal seeking. And seeking has no standards. Seeking has no status. Seeking is not masculine. The masculine trait that we need to take from here is expression, authenticity, and integrity. Wish you all well.